Hi. So yeah, thank you so much for following all the way to this point. So we are building on the knowledge we've acquired so far. Okay. So in this lesson is gonna be the last lesson we actually have on Python list, and then we'll move to a different aspect of these Python for data science. And this lesson will focus on functions, packages, and methods. Okay. So, what do we want to do in this lesson? You want to be able to delete, add, and also manipulate some list elements. Okay. Like I said, all these that we are doing is going to be applied to a large data set. Given a large data set, maybe you might want to, or you may want to delete some part of it. You may want to add some other data that you have to some part of your given data set. Okay. So, understanding these are very crucial. So we can replace a list um, using that. How do we do that? To replace a list element, you just subset a list, assign new values to the subset, and again, you can select single element or you can actually change entire list slice. What it means, you can take about the whole of these and change them, okay? Or you can change just one of them, one of these elements, okay? I've already created it, the list areas. Um, and it contains the names of different rooms and a house. Okay, so what I'm saying is that you have the hallway, and then the area of that hallway in that house is 11.25, let's say, meters squared. Kitchen is that, living room. I mean, one of the data type we could have used for this particular problem or this particular list would have been the dictionary data type, but here I just want us to just concentrate on list. Okay, now, once you correct the bathroom area to 10.5, the bathroom area is actually originally 9.50. Assuming that you want to change it to 10.5, how do you do it? What you just have to do is to know the index of this bathroom, right? The index is actually, so we count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right? And then that is how Python, then that's why I have the areas, the ninth position, and I want to change it to just subset it and then change it to this, right? 10.5. If I run this, it updates it, okay? But I'm not going to run it yet. We can run this part. I mean, it just updated it. Now I want to change the living room to chill zone. I just don't want to get this part to be living room. And if you do the indexing again, it at the position 4, so that's how Python subset it. And I'm going to call it chill zone. Okay. um Remember, I'm using double quotation marks. You can actually use just single ones. Okay, so, and then when I'm done, I want to print the updated area list. This part, you remember, the part that contains the updated area list, we've said it already that that part is actually just to give a comment or a statement to our output. The main output we want to see is the areas. Okay, when I print this, I see the updated areas list to be this, right? So remember the changes we made were the bathroom is supposed to change to, originally was 9.50, and then now it is being changed to 10.5. Okay, also the living room, that was this point, now is called the chill zone. Okay, all right. Now let's go to extending a list. You can extend the Python list by using the plus sign, or you can sometimes use the append. I mean, the append is a specific method that we may talk about in the function packages and methods. Okay, but for this case, let's use just the plus sign or the addition symbol. Okay, so given a list like this, I can just say y equals a new, I want to add some different elements to this original set x, right? And I want to add the ef to it, right? You can actually do this part and run it on your code, and then you see that y, when you print y will be a list that contains all of these a b c d including ef. Okay, Now, in the areas list, let's say we wanted to add a pool house data to our areas list. What we could do is name it a different list or give it a different name, or we could actually go for the same areas. Okay, but for this lesson, let's just give it a different name. So areas underscore one, that is the new name you're giving. It's going to be using this format, right? It's going to be the original areas, right, and plus the data we want to pass to that. The data we want to pass is we want to pass the string pool house to it, and then it will come with the float 24.5, right? I can run this for it to be updated, or maybe you can I can just keep everything, and when I'm done with this whole code in this code line, I run everything. Okay, now I want to add a garage data. So suppose you've won some lottery and you want to add all these things. So you just want a lottery, like I have the comment here. You decide to build a pool house and a garage. Can you add the information to that? So that's what we're doing, right? So Python is actually practical, right? That's what we are trying to do here. So again, since I've updated this with the areas one underscore one, now our new list together with the pool house is called the areas underscore one, right? So what we want to do is to add this garage data to the areas underscore one. Right, so I have areas underscore one plus, then the data I'm going to add to is a garage, and I'm going to have the garage area to be 15.45, maybe centimeter squared or meter squared. Right, so now I can run, or maybe I can just keep it, and I want to print this areas too. When I print this areas underscore two, I should get these new data added to our list. Okay, and if you check on the far right, I have the pool house and then the garage data on that side. Okay, the last thing we could also do, or we can also do for list, is to delete items, right? So you can also remove elements from your list, and again you can run this in your code, x equals that list, and then you delete some part. When you delete x1, it means that you are deleting this b position. Remember, the indexing in Python starts from 0, so this is at the 0th position, this is at the 1st position, or the first position, right? So let's say you want to budget less, you want to cut down your budget because you realize your lottery that you won is not that big enough to create all these areas that I was talking about in your house, right? And so you want to delete the pool house parts from your list. Okay, so what you have to do is to go back to the new list that you have, the final list that we wanted to go by in terms of building our house, is to look at this, right? The hallway had this area, the kitchen had this area, this chill zone, but we want to take off the pool house because we have less money. Our money is not enough. What we can do is to check the positions of the pool house and then its area. Okay, so if I come to the hallway, is at the position 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? The pool house and the area are having the positions 10 and 11 respectively. Now what we can do is to delete this. If I just say from position 10 to 11, remember Python will not add the last position. So all I have to do is just go beyond that, and Python will delete the elements of the areas underscore 2 from the element that are at position 10 and 11. It will not include the 12, right? So the 10 is to 12 means that you are starting from 10 and end at 12. Now if I have to run that. Now if I print it, we'll have to be able to see that the pool house and its area are no more there, right? So that is how you delete and do other stuff in Python, especially in Python list. Um, you have this as the exercise I want you to finish. So you have a list called fruits, and then your task to do is to replace the cherry with strawberry, print the updated list, extend the fruit list by adding the following additional fruits. So you wanted to add grapes and pineapple, or grape and pineapple, using the plus operator. Print again, name it with a different thing and print it out. Then you want to delete the banana from the list using its name. So just go through this exercise. Let me know if you're able to do that. Try to figure out when. So before you run this code, ask yourself, when I replace the cherry with strawberry, what happens, right? So it means when you print the updated list, this part is supposed to change to strawberry. Like, I mean, go through all the expectations that you're supposed to see before you run the codes. And when it come out as you wanted, then that means you're able to do it. And let me know in the comment section if you're able to do it or not. Right? See you in our next lesson.